Hello, my name's Andy, and I got this video from some coaching I was doing a few weeks ago. And in this, it shows two different things about the rules that are quite often misunderstood. And that is port and starboard when you're sailing downwind, and also keeping clear. So I just wanted to go through that and use this as a really good learning point. The first thing to look at is actually, was there a rule infringed in this video? When I asked the sailors, they didn't think there was. I would look to disagree, and I just want to unlock why I think that was. So here's a picture. You can see the top of the mast very, very close, but they didn't actually crash. Must have missed each other by millimeters. Right, now the first rule to look at is, well, which boat was in the right and which boat was wrong. You can see that the sails are on opposite sides, so we have got a simple port and starboard situation. This is a scenario that people often struggle to get their heads around: which boat is port, which boat is starboard, when you're sailing on a run. So to do that, first of all, I need to come back to look at the rule port starboard, and then have a look at some definitions. So this is always the first rule in sailing to come back to, or racing sailing, I should clarify that. And that is, when boats are on opposite tacks, the port tack shall keep clear of a starboard tack boat. Right, let's now have a look at the definitions, work out which boat was port, which boat was starboard. If we look at the definition of being on a starboard or port tack, it talks about which side the wind is coming over. So the tack is defined by the windward side. So in this diagram, it's pretty easy to see. The green boat, the wind is coming over the right hand side of the boat, or the starboard side of the boat, therefore it's on starboard tack. The opposite with the red boat. However, this gets a little trickier in this scenario. The wind isn't coming across either side, it's coming across the transom. So what tack are they on? It gets even trickier when you've got this scenario and the boats are sailing by the lee. Now, if we looked at a sort of a traditional definition of windward, which says that the side closest to the wind is the windward side, then that would mean that in this scenario we'd have the red boat and green boat should both be on the same tack. However, they've got the booms on the opposite side, so what's going on? Fortunately, ISAF have sorted that in their rules. We can look at this, and it says, however, when sailing by the lee or directly downwind, her leeward side is the side on which her mainsail lies. The other side is her windward side. So windward leeward in the racing rules is defined by which side the boom is on. Okay, so now we know the definitions. We can come back to this video and have a look at who's on port, who's on starboard, who's got right of way. So here we can see 513, boom is on the left, or mainsail's on the left. That makes the right hand side of the boat the windward side, therefore on starboard tack, and the opposite with 101 who is on port tack. So the 513 is right of way boat, 101 needs to keep clear. Now, have they infringed a rule? They haven't crashed. For this, we need to have a look at definition of keeping clear. Okay, in this we can see, if we look at B, when boats are overlapped, which they definitely were, the right-of-way boat should be able to change course in both directions without immediately making contact. Could they? I don't think they could. Those masts were very, very close. I think any change of direction would have resulted in a collision. So therefore, 101, by that definition, wasn't keeping clear.